At this point, there's nothing that can stop either one of us. Welcome back to Warrior's Edge, and welcome back to day 18 of your 30-day push-up challenge. My name is Andrew. If this is the first time that we have met, I had an inadvertent rest day for myself yesterday, so I'm ready to come back and attack strong today. If this is your first time, then welcome. You're about to do 171 push-ups in an 18-minute time frame. If you're unfamiliar with how all of this works, there's lots of other videos that showcase that, but every minute on the minute, we perform a certain amount of push-ups. So starting with 18 push-ups in minute 1 and finishing with 1 push-up in minute 18, and then just subtracting a push-up along the way. We will continue with our intervals today, which were introduced on day 15 to help break this up and give your muscles a little bit of a rest if and when needed. So the intervals today are 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. So 18 minutes to 14 minutes to get you started, and then a 30-second rest in the video. You can take as long as you would like, pause, come back whenever. I am personally in between classes and clients today, so I am just filming when I can. No further ado, let's get started. Grab your stopwatch, set just for 5 minutes this time. 18 push-ups, down to 14, go. What is going on? It is voiceover Andrew here again. I've been a little bit away from the last couple of days on this. I've mentioned maybe before in some future videos as well that this is the first thing that I am doing on my channel really here, so I'm playing around with doing voiceovers in these push-ups, also just playing music, kind of oscillating back and forth. But I thought I'd be here today to give you a little bit of extra encouragement, so that if you feel like you're alone, just remember, trust me, I am suffering with you. You're already 40 seconds into this first minute right here. I personally have already dropped down to my knees. So if that's also you, then that's okay. Last 10 seconds here, and I will let the countdown take you into the next minute. Great job. Hitting 17 push-ups here in this minute. So in case you haven't looked up at the screen, I myself am currently caught up, but I fall behind very quickly today. And also, spoiler alert, I inadvertently gave you the wrong interval time. Well, correction, I gave you the correct interval time. I did the incorrect interval time. So your interval today are actually going to be 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and 8 minutes. The last 8 minutes are still going to be pretty tough, and the 2 5-minute intervals are also still going to be pretty tough. But as with the rest of this challenge, it's all just about how you show up for yourself. So I take my rests when I need them. I allow myself to not complete minutes if that is the case. Speaking of, this minute here is finished. And you move into just 16 push-ups now. A reminder, or if this is your first time here, a suggestion. On the final day of day 30, if you are able to maintain a 16 push-up per minute pace, you will be able to complete the final day. Right now at day 18, it's only been a couple of days that we've even had 16 push-ups done in a minute, so I know that that definitely feels very challenging and almost maybe even impossible to you at this time. And I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel the same way. But here we are at day 18, my friends. If you started on day 1 and you're here on day 18, you have made it way further than I thought even I would be able to. Finish this minute here. And then 15 push-ups is all that you owe here in this minute. So reminder, 16 push-up, if you keep that pace, then you will be able to pass on day 30. That final day is theoretically 15 and a half push-ups, so even if you alternate between 15 and 16, you will be able to make it all the way to the end. And reminder, I know that that sounds very hard. Even for myself at this point on the video, I have already fallen behind. I already have push-ups that I will be taking with me into the next interval, and I already know that. But the important thing is to accept that And just know that that doesn't mean that you're not strong. That doesn't mean that you aren't capable. It just means that you know your body well enough to continue to just do what your body needs. Finishing out this minute here with just one left to go in this interval. 14 push-ups to go. At this point, as I've said, I am very behind in my own personal push-ups. So if you're hitting here in this last minute of interval 1 and they are still push-ups that you have to perform, it is okay. You can just bring them on with you. You can do your best to get them out here. And I always have the reminder that it's okay to use your knees. I drop to my knees so much, and I always have said, and I mean it, and I will repeat it until the day that I die, if you can do this entire challenge without your knees on the ground, I commend you, I salute you, I bow down to you. You can definitely claim that you are better than me, because I will not take any offense to that. As it is, final 15-second pop of your first interval. Just get out whatever else you can. You get a rest right here. 30 seconds on the clock. Just enjoy. I am personally bringing 11 push-ups with me into interval 2 that I did not complete from interval 1. If you have any more, that's great. Either pause or continue immediately. You have 10 seconds left to make your choice. And we start with interval 2. So if you are a person who cares about color correction, I apologize for the rest of this video. DaVinci, which is what I use to edit my videos, decided to give me a little bit of crap for the rest of these videos, and I cannot get any of the color correction to change, and there are some battles that I am just not willing to fight. As I said in interval 1, I inadvertently lied to you in the beginning of this when I said that interval 2 would have 6 minutes. It only has 5, but that was my own personal mistake, but that also just gives you a rest a little bit earlier. You're well past halfway through this first minute right here, 20 seconds left as you crush into interval 2. And it's okay if you're on your knees. It's okay if your arms burn, your chest burns, your triceps burns. That just means that you are doing this correctly. Let me move on. 12 push-ups here in this minute. Reminder, it's okay if you still have some extra. If you are also keeping count, what I recommend for you to do is just keep a count of how many you do in every minute versus trying to keep a count of how many you still have left over, so that at the end of every interval you can kind of reflect and say, okay, maybe I did 11 when I was supposed to do 12 in this minute, or 10 or whatever. So instead of having to keep up with the math the entire time, you just remember how many you are actually able to complete in every interval, because that will help you actually keep track of how many you do and how many you have left. So closing out here in this minute, so get out whatever you can of these 12 push-ups. And 11 push-ups here on the clock. I'm in my favorite little child's pose. I have already gotten into the point where I pretty much do push-up into child's pose, and sometimes I also feel like I am not doing enough. So if you are ever in that position, I promise that you actually are. The fact that you're doing any of this, and the fact that you've made it this far, or even if you've just chosen today out of the blue, you are stronger than you actually realize. And if you continue to just breathe, no matter what the challenge is that comes your way, and if you continue to give every single challenge that comes your way the same amount of effort, you will be surprised at what your body will show you. 171 push-ups today could at once have felt impossible, and you're halfway, almost, to getting there. You're entering into 10 push-ups here in this minute. I myself still have some to go. I haven't fully been keeping count here as well, but I will take some push-ups from this into the final interval. And that is also part of the point of these Descension Days here, so that you can just do as many as you can and then just stack them on. And if you have been around since day one, you already know that the Ascension Days leave very, very, very little room for these extra push-ups. And I also had to have makeup push-ups at the end of the intervals, and nobody really likes that. You know, we want to be able to actually finish these all in the time frame that is given. So take advantage here of these descending push-ups because they're going to help you out. And because of my inadvertentness, you've just got 1 minute left right here. 9 push-ups. That's all you have to do in this minute. If you have any left over, that's great. You can just bring them on with you into the next interval, or as always, you can just record what you do and leave it at that. You don't have to actually complete every single rep if that's not in your body for today. That's why I've encouraged from the start to just keep a running total, keep track for yourself, write down what you can do when you can do it, because even if it feels like you're not making any progress, I guarantee you, if you look at your day-to-days, you will see that you have grown. So there's about 15 seconds or so left here in this interval. Again, it was subtracted a full minute on my own mistake. So finish it up. And 30 seconds to rest. If you're like me, you're in a child's pose, or you're just taking another rest that feels best for you. You can come back immediately, or you can pause and come back whenever you are ready. 15 seconds to make your choice before we finally finish interval 3. Eight push-ups. That's all you have to do here in this minute. If you have any left over, then add them. For me personally, I had 5 push-ups rather coming into this final interval, so I am able to catch up with myself here in this minute, but it's taken me a very long time. I fell behind in minute 16 and I'm now at minute 8, finally just catching up. So let that just be a reminder for you, and even from here there's still 7 full minutes. So as you decrease the amount of reps that you have in every round, it does become just that much easier for you to catch up with yourself. So stay strong here in this final interval. I promise the end is in sight. God. 7 push-ups this minute. I finally lifted up my knees. I was able to do 1 and 2 before I have to drop back down. No, I thought I was gonna get one right there, but I did not. And for me personally, I am very proud of myself for entering in these last 7 minutes here. I am able to at least do 1 push-up in every minute off of my knees. And that is a very big strength building thing for me. But if you feel bad about using your knees, then just don't. I know that can be easier said than done, but it really only takes away about 20% or so of the load. And that might sound like a lot, but it's really not, because you're still then able to fully focus on your arms and your chest and your shoulders. So your chest and your triceps and the front of your shoulders especially here are probably what are hurting for the most for you. You're now moving into 6 push-ups. I know I just talked through that countdown. I do my best to leave that open for you, but again, as you move into these final minutes, especially if you have caught up, allow yourself to take some time. At the beginning of this, obviously you're trying to get these reps out as fast as you can, but here when you have more time to really explore in these, maybe slow it down just a little bit. So maybe you can also get a couple with your knees up off of the ground. You're about halfway through right here in this minute. If you do catch up to yourself, Give yourself some stretches, some little punches, some pull downs. We've done a lot of other exercises in the Ascension Days, especially that can help with your shoulder and your wrist health. As it is right now, you've got about 10 seconds left in this minute before we come down into minute 5. And then just 5 push-ups on the clock. I know that even that now sounds insane, but you've only got 15 total push-ups left today. You started with 171. So think about how far you have come versus how far you still have left to go. That would be another piece of advice I'd love to leave with you as you continue to do this practice, is to focus on what you have completed, not what is still ahead. Because if you think about everything that you still are going to add on, that's going to cause the stress. But if you think about everything that you have completed and compare it from day 1 to day now, I guarantee you will see a lot of improvement. Finish out this minute. And 4 push-ups on the clock. That's all you have to do right now. Maybe you're like me, and maybe you would like to alternate having your knees down and your knees up. Maybe you're in a position where you can't even lift your knees off the ground. Maybe you're in a position where your knees down has also become tough. That's okay. Just notice. Part of this challenge, again, is to bring in that mindful state that you would take in, say, a yoga class, to just be present in your body in this moment and at this time. Hopefully, like me, you are entering more into a slower or a cool down stage here. I have finished my 4 push-ups with 15 seconds to go. There's just 3 minutes left on the clock. Stay focused, keep breathing. 3 minutes to go. 3 push-ups in this round. Reminder, you don't have to bust them out anymore. You can take it a little bit slower so that you can actually enjoy the full minute and give yourself a lot of rest in between your reps. Or you can get them out as fast as you can to just take it nice and slow. As it is, you've got 30 seconds left here in this minute. You have 2 minutes remaining with only 3 push-ups left on the clock. At this point, if you have caught up, as I have, you have done 168. So do not quit on yourself now. I'm going to leave you here for this last minute and a half or so, because since I finish, I will take over in the video in a moment. So finish strong, and I'll see you on the other side. "30 seconds left. If you have caught up, as I have, you can finish with me. Otherwise, about now 15 seconds or so for any final push-ups that you may need to get out of the way. Final 10 seconds right here. It took me until minute 8 to catch up, so if you're still catching up, that's all good. And done. Great work. Day 18 out of the way. I dropped to my knees pretty quick, and I stayed on my knees for a pretty long time. But in this final interval here, I was able to start to alternate between up and down after I fully caught up. As I said, I fell behind in about minute 16, 15 or so, and then it took me until minute 8 to fully catch up. But here I am, threw in a couple of diamond push-ups for myself as well. 171 push-ups, 18 minutes. Great job today. This also now brings your running total to 1,140 push-ups for the entire 30-day challenge that you've done so far if you have been here since day 1. So that means you just crossed 1,000 push-ups for this challenge. Even better job, that's insane. We didn't even cross 100 push-ups until day 8, and we just finished day 18, and we did over 1,000. You're crushing it. I know your arms are tired. I know mine are too. Like I said, any rest day you need, just take it. I take an extra one here and there if I need to as well. You're doing a great job. Come back tomorrow for day 19. We'll continue on building all of our strength and just giving it all the best that we can. Hydrate, eat, sleep well, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 19.